Now, the first black chartered accountant in South Africa has penned a thought-provoking book. It looks at the failures of African leaders on the continent. Titled Purposeful Leadership for Africa in the 21st Century, Professor Wiseman Nkuhlu notes how after more than 50 years of independence, most African countries are still poor and underdeveloped. He joins me now in studio to explore this further. Prof, good morning. Thank you so much for your time.
Morning. Thank you very much for having me.
Professor, I read through most of this book, and I must say quite thought-provoking and inspiring for anybody who wants to see Africa flourish. And in your book, you mentioned that at some point Africa was on par with the rest of the world when it comes to development.
Yes.
Where did it go wrong?
Yes, no, thank you very much. I start really with the history, I would say, of the world and look at where Africa was, say, in the period up to about the 14th century. Our kingdoms during that time, empires, were at par with kingdoms, emperors in Europe, China, and so on. And I mentioned a few of them here: the kingdom of ancient Ghana, the empire of Mali, and others later on. So they were at par. And then what happened then is that there was this revolution in Europe. That is the revolution, scientific revolution, and the industrial revolution. And it happened at a time when there were, and that caused disturbances in Africa in the form of slave trade,